When you meet Charlie Hughes and you see how unassuming he is, you would never know that he's a major force in the publishing industry in the state of Kentucky. And to think that he does all of this out of his home office located in Nicholasville.
It's a labor of love. Although I sell books, I don't look on it as a commercial operation. I look at it as doing something I like to do and producing something that people will enjoy.
Charlie's a strong advocate for the poetry genre in the state of Kentucky. Charlie provides a voice or a window, if you will, for those authors who might not otherwise get published.
You know, we don't have the financial base to do a big promotional tour or something like that. And like I said, we have to depend on word of mouth. And I think my literary newsletter is in a way making a small contribution to sort of uniting the state and making people across the state aware of what's happening. And I've had many people tell me that they have attended literary events which they wouldn't have known about otherwise. So that pleases me greatly. And I never imagined it would grow to the scale that it has. Like, I've got a couple of thousand subscribers to that newsletter.
Here's a guy that basically runs a publishing house out of his home office.
Well, since I'm janitor and the president of the company too, you know, it's really a one-man operation. It's almost a full-time avocation. I spend a lot of time editing. If you look at a book a month, that would be a lot of reading and editing right there. Right now, I'm getting books ready for the Kentucky Book Fair, and that's what I've been working on, like 8 or 10 hours a day for the last month or two.
He helps us to know what's out there and helps authors to get published who might not otherwise have a venue. Some of Charlie's authors that will be at this year's Kentucky Book Fair on November 15th include Georgia Green Stamper, Steve Flaherty, George L. Lyon, Thomas Rain Crow, and Stephen Hammond, just to name a few. Well, that's an impressive roster of talent for any publisher. It's even more impressive when you consider the fact that Charlie's located in Nicholasville, Kentucky, not New York or L.A.
There's a lot of books that I think are worthy of being printed that big publishers are not interested in. And it's just a pleasure to be able to make those books available. I guess my goals for the Wind is to put out books that people are interested in reading. I don't know if you can imagine, but there's really nothing like getting a new book back from the printer and opening the proof copy and having that book in hand. I mean, it's actually a thrill, a mini thrill anyway.